Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first show of Collecting Nolan, the YouTube channel that's solely dedicated to the collection of everything Nolan Ryan, cards, collectibles, and everything else that you can think of. I'm Russ, and it's a pleasure to be on here. Just to start off, I've been a Nolan Ryan fan my entire life. I started collecting probably in about 1990, and I'll tell you the story in a minute. And I left the hobby at about 1993. But then I came back in about 2017 and started collecting Nolan again. Just briefly, when I first started collecting Nolan Ryan was in elementary school. And at the time, my class had a pen pal program in which we were writing seniors in high school. We were writing them letters. This is way before the internet. So we'd write them letters and then they would respond back. And then the one day, the pen pals actually came to visit the class. And my pen pal, I thought he was so cool because he brought me a pack of 1990 Topps baseball cards. And at the time, I played some t-ball here and there. I was starting to begin baseball, but I really hadn't started collecting baseball cards. I probably dabbled a little bit in 1986 with the 86 Topps. I can vaguely remember having some of those cards. But I wasn't really collecting strong at that point. And then when I opened up the pack, I was shuffling through the cards and I came to this card right here, which I'm sure everybody can recognize. And that's the 1990 Topps Nolan Ryan. And I asked my pen pal, I asked him, hey, is this guy any good? And he's like, yeah, that guy's pretty good. And for some reason or another, just looking at this card, I don't know, it just drew me in. I don't understand why. I don't really know why. It's just a picture, but he looked like Nolan on the mound looked like just this overpowering force, and I had no idea how good he really was. So after this card, this is what really turned me on to collecting Nolan Ryan, and I just started looking into his career and all that stuff, and it's just of course, if you're a fan of Nolan Ryan, you know how incredible his career truly is. 27 years in the big leagues, 5,714 strikeouts, 7 no-hitters, over 300 strikeouts, a number of years, holds the single season record for strikeouts, 383 in 1973. Just incredible career. So I started collecting Nolan then, and at one time, I remember seeing this picture at a book fair at my school, and I had to have it. I mean, that's Nolan Ryan. I had to have it, and so I picked it up, and I decided that I wanted to try to get an autograph of Nolan Ryan. And I'm not from Texas. I don't live anywhere close to Texas. I'm actually from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I had no way of knowing really. I couldn't take it to a game and have him sign it. I mean, the Pirates don't play the Texas Rangers all that often. So I decided that I would try my best drawing skills and recreate this photo, which at the time, I guess I was like 9 or 10 years old. I thought I was a pretty good drawer at the time, but I'm not. And I was okay, but it looked more like Picasso than a real life sketch. Probably worse than Picasso, probably doing a service to Picasso by saying that. Anyway, so I mailed him this picture that I drew, and I waited weeks and weeks and weeks. I checked the mail every day, run out to my mailbox, nothing for weeks and weeks on end. And then finally, one day I got an envelope, and it was from the Texas Rangers, and I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. I was like, what could this possibly be? And I ripped it open and I found this. So he did send me an autograph. He didn't send me my picture that was autographed, which I didn't really care because I just thought, oh my God, he sent me an autograph. So with that, I still have it, actually. I still actually have the envelope too, but inside the envelope was also this here. And basically it says, due to the heavy volume of, let me read it to you. Due to the heavy volume of fan mail I receive, I'm unable to personalize the items you have sent. However, please find enclosed an autographed picture that I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much for your interest and loyal support, Nolan Ryan. So from that moment on, I was hooked. This man took time out for his fans. Now, from what I understand, this was looking at it further, and doing some research on it. There was a lot of these signed by AutoPen, and this one probably was signed by AutoPen. I don't know. But as a 10-year-old, this was the greatest thing ever. I was hooked, and it just fueled this fire in me. And I picked up every Nolan Ryan card I could afford and could find at the time, including all those Pacific trading cards that ran from 1991 to 1993. I picked up a whole bunch of those, probably all of them. And after Nolan Ryan retired, I kind of lost interest in baseball cards, and I stopped collecting baseball cards in general around that time. And I moved on with things, as kids do. They, get involved in other sports and, school and things like that. Girls, of course. So fast forward to 2016 or 17, I had to find another hobby. I work a pretty stressful job, so I wanted to find a hobby that I could use to relax me a little bit. And every once in a while, I'd always find myself going back to my baseball cards and looking at through all my Nolan Ryans, and I'm like, wow, I got a ton of Nolan Ryans, So I was like, I should try collecting these again. I mean, after all, I have more money now. I could probably buy some pretty good cards. So I did that, thinking that I would, have a pretty big collection already. But little did I know that not even close, my friend. So Nolan Ryan retired in 1993, but they didn't stop making cards of Nolan Ryan, and they still haven't stopped making cards of Nolan Ryan. He even has cards out now, 2024. Topps issues all these cards, and he still signs autograph cards in those sets and inserts and all that stuff. So there's still plenty of collecting to be done. And I think there's over 17,000 Nolan Ryan cards, if I remember, both licensed and unlicensed. So I thought, if you're a big Nolan Ryan fan, I'm a big Nolan Ryan fan, why don't I share what I got? We can all share what we all have. We can learn about all the cards, because there's thousands of them apparently. So, I'm excited to start this channel and just to tribute it to Nolan Ryan and everything that you can collect with him. Now, there's a few disclosures. I don't have every card. I wish I did, but I don't. But I am more than happy to share what I have with everybody that's interested. My wife isn't interested. My kids aren't interested. So, I'm just trying to find a venue to, find people that are interested, and we can share our collections and, share our knowledge about the cards. And that leads me to my second disclosure. I don't know everything about the cards. I'm going to try to learn as I'm going, try to teach as much as possible, but, I'll probably make some mistakes here or there. And, that's what it's all about, learning. So, just here to share, and I'm here to learn. So if you guys know more about something, or you see an error, please feel free to put it in the comments, or, contact me at my Gmail address, and, I'll be happy to share my information with others as I get it. Third disclosure, there's some debate on whether or not Nolan Ryan is the best pitcher of all time. To me, he's the best pitcher of all time. I really don't care what other people think. So, no one did it better, longer than Nolan Ryan. 7 no-hitters, 5,714 strikeouts. That kind of speaks for themselves. I know he walked the most. I know he was wild. And, there's, arguments that he never won a Cy Young. And there's arguments that, he didn't have run support. I'm not here to debate that. I'm just here to share my baseball card collection, and also the other collectibles I have of Nolan Ryan, which also leads me to my fourth disclosure. Most of this will be about the baseball cards, but I do have some other things that aren't technically cards that I'm going to show along the way. And, I'm just hoping that there's an interest out there to celebrate and honor one of the greatest pitchers of all time. That leads me to my fifth disclosure. I'm not a YouTube expert or even a video editing expert. So I'm working on trying to improve things as I go. So please have patience with me as I try to get the lighting right. And other things like that. And then finally, my fifth disclosure is I'm not going to even pretend that I have the best collection, because I know I don't. And there are tons of people out there that have way better Nolan Ryan collections than I do. There's a lot of people on Facebook that just have incredible collections. But that's why I'm here, is to share. So we'll go through the classic cards. As you can see, the glare is pretty bad on that, but we'll go through the classic cards. My big finger's in the way. Sorry about that. So we'll definitely run into some commons along the way, such as these guys. And then we'll also run across some not so common cards like these guys. So then finally, just want to give one shout out to my daughter. She helped me with my video editing up to this point, because I had no idea what I was doing. So shout out to her. But if you guys are as excited for this journey and want to go through it with me, then please like and subscribe at the end. And I'll see you later with another episode. Bye.